Set up the distillation apparatus for a simple distillation as shown. The heating mantle sits on top of an upturned beaker on a stand. The stand is clamped to a clamp through the boss. A small round bottom flask, this is a 50 milliliter flask, is attached to the condenser head, and then retaining clips are used to attach it to the Liebig condenser. The Liebig condenser has a takeoff also with retaining clips. The condenser is loosely held in place and supported by a clamp attached to a boss, attached to a second retort stand. We're going to attach this end of the rubber hosing to the water in, and then the water will flow out of the higher end through this hose into the sink. A mixture of toluene and hexane has been made. Hexane has a boiling point of just under 70 degrees Celsius, whereas toluene's is 110 degrees Celsius. This gap in boiling point should be sufficient for us to separate these two liquids by simple distillation and not by any fractional distillation means. Pour the liquid mixture into the round bottom flask and then stopper the distillation apparatus. This stopper has a rubber septum that we're going to feed a thermometer through. Also, we've put a collection vial. Switch on the heating mantle, turn on the cooling water, and let the distillation occur. Here we can see that the hydrocarbons are boiling, that vapor is condensing. This is the temperature of the vapor. And then we can also see distillate coming out into the sample vial. Continue this operation until that temperature makes a significant change. When there's almost no liquid left in the round bottom flask, switch off the heat. Allow the remaining drops of distillate to be collected in the collection vial, and then stopper that vial. At the end, you should have 3 sample vials. The first vial shows distillate that was acquired at the lower temperature range. This is between 70 and 85. Then the interstitial mix, where we are going to discard this second sample, and then the third sample vial, which contains distillate at a higher temperature. This is between 96 and 109 degrees Celsius. So we assume that this is mostly hexane, this is mostly toluene, and this could be a mixture of both. Set up a vernier gas chromatograph by plugging it into the mains and then plugging its USB into the USB of a PC that runs Logger Pro. When you open Logger Pro, the software should open automatically at the gas chromatography page. Using a Hamilton syringe, inject about half a microliter into the GC and collect the data. Here's the resulting GC trace that clearly shows the presence of just one component